Alright, what we got here is a tilt cylinder off of a new Holland 783 loader. This is the lift cylinder, and we're going to be doing a reseal on it. So if you like this sort of stuff, you would consider going down there, clicking the subscribe, turning the bell on for notifications, and giving this video a thumbs up. Alright, first thing, this cylinder's got, there's jaw marks on it, so people's probably had pipe wrenches on it, but it's actually got spanner holes in the side. It's got spanner holes in the side, and that's what I'll try first to get my spanner. Oh yeah, okay. I could probably loosen that by hand. That's not too common. So yeah, I can loosen that by hand. Actually, that being that loose. Okay, that thing's just sitting there spinning. I didn't look at this too well, but usually when it does that, it's an indication of a internal locking ring. Rotate this around so I can see every side of this. So this thing's loose enough by hand, but it is not threading out. Alright, so on this one I was looking and this thing keeps spinning. I had to go to YouTube of all things because I've not ran into this one before, but this is actually a lock ring. And it looks like the gland, the way that it's made. So I've got this clamped in the vise to squeeze a little bit of tension on the head, and we'll try to take it loose that way. It's turning, but I don't know if it's turning on the inside or not, so we'll do this for a little bit and see. I'm going to get out my bigger set of pliers here and turn and see. That must still be turning that whole gland. So I'm going to put a little more tension. I don't want to go too much or it'll distort this tube. This is kind of a bad design. Let's see here. No, this still is not wanting to come apart. Okay, so I got a punch here. I'm going to put it in the side and see if we can get it to jar loose. There we go. There we go. Now it's turning loose. Okay, now it's out. Okay, good deal, good deal. Alright, I've never seen one like that before. That one had me a little stumped there for a second. I've done this for a few years. Okay. I got this repositioned in the vise. Gonna pull the rod out. There's that ring. It looks like it's part of the gland. The way this is made, really deceptive. I'm gonna take some freeze off. Not sponsored, just use it every day. Spray some freeze off in there. Then, the way this is made, I'm gonna hammer this back because that's gonna have an internal snap ring. Be sure you're using aluminum or something soft if you're hitting that back to keep from damaging the end of the threads there. Okay, I got that hammered back some. Take some more freeze off, spray in there. Get everything broke loose. And I'm going to grab my air and blow all that out. Now my snap ring's exposed in there. I don't know if you can see it or not, but there is a snap ring in there, right in here. And we got to push that. We got to get that snap ring out, which I may need to take that gland back a little further. I got that gland moved back a little further, back there. Now it's a matter of getting this lock ring out of the groove. First I'll try it with my pick. Nothing can ever be easy. Alright, pick isn't doing it, so I'm going to get a screwdriver down here where the split is and try it. There we go. Hammer back until I can get a pick under it. Get a pick under there and another pick to help try and pry. Man, that thing's stiff. Gee whiz. That's a stiff snap ring, man. That's the difficulty with some of these snap rings. Okay, so I finally got the pick under here, and I had to take the screwdriver and I got it on the bottom and twisted, and that lifted the spring up enough that I was able to get the pick under it. Now it's just a matter of keeping. Now it's just a matter of getting to that spring. I got a crooked pick here and try to pull that spring out while keeping it. Man, this is a pain. I've never seen one this bad. Difficult. Yeah, and to keep from poking yourself. There gotta be a better way of doing this. No offense against engineers, but sometimes I think you guys should have to work on the stuff you design. Okay, that's just now making it out there. Sheesh. Alright, I know I didn't go into detail of that, and I drew some blood. That was difficult. Probably one of the most difficult snap rings I've ever had to get out of a cylinder. Now that we got them out, we'll go ahead and remove the rod. Okay. There we go. Rod's out, and the seals are completely shot, especially that piston seal. Okay, so I clean all that out, stuff my rag in here. Now I'll take a flapper disc. Okay, flapper disc here on my die grinder, and I'm gonna go in and clean this up. Okay, flapper disc is done. Now I'm gonna go in with a little wire wheel and clean the groove up for that snap ring, that lock ring. Alright, that groove's cleaned up. I'm gonna go ahead and pull my rag. Clean everything out. That feels a lot better. I'm gonna go ahead and take this out, get repositioned, let the air compressor kick off. Okay, I got the rod here. Got an 1 1/8" socket, 3/4 inch drive impact, and I'm gonna run this piston nut off. Okay, piston nut off. Next, pull piston off. Pull the gland off. Pull the snap ring off. And then pull the lock ring off. Alright, we're going to go ahead and remove the seals from these. We'll start with this lock ring and take the wiper out. Get it started under one side there, and this thing's just breaking apart. Wipers out right there. Go to the gland, take the O-ring off, take the backup off, and go inside here, and there's a lot of rust and crap in there. We'll take the U-cup out and go inside here, try and take the U-cup out anyways. Well, it used to be a U-cup, I believe. Alright, this cylinder's seen some better days, for sure. There's the seal in there, just falling out. So that's the U-cup. Now we'll take the piston seal off. So the main pressure seal was this red here. That's all that's left of it. Take the expander off. And yeah, not much left of any of the seals. What I'm going to do now is get all this stuff cleaned up, get the seals hunted up, measured out, and be back and we'll put them together. Okay, we've got our seals. We're going to start with a retainer cap for the gland. This actually screws onto the gland like this, and that's why it looked like, when I originally saw this, it looked like this was made to the gland. So It's actually a lock ring. So we're going to start with this first. We're going to put the wiper in. This has got a what they call a K wiper. It's a K profile. It's got this chamfer here at the top, and then this cup design at the bottom, and it'll go in this orientation here. So I'll start from the bottom here, and basically we just take and we push that in all the way until it seats in, and then we're left with it looking like that. Next we'll go to the gland itself. This is the top of the gland, this is the bottom. We're going to start with the backup. This is contoured on this side, and the contour will face towards the bottom of the gland, so it has to back up the O-ring. So that just stretches over. We'll make sure that it's seated. Next, our O-ring goes on, and it'll go like this. Like I said, that contour is facing the O-ring, so it can back up the pressure from the O-ring. Top of the gland, bottom. This is the pressure side. Next, we'll take our U-cup. It'll go down into that groove there, and I did clean all this out the best that I could. This will you want your seal formed smaller on one side so it can go down, and you want to get one side started like that. And it's a matter of taking and pushing it down into the groove. That allows it to seat all the way. All right, I got my piston seal here. It's a 2-piece. This is the expander, and it will go on first. It goes into this narrowest groove here. So stretch the expander on. Then this is a nylon material, and it goes on next. Same thing, take and stretch it on till it seats. Then we got our wear band, and it goes in this widest groove here, and that basically you just snap it on like so. And that's it as far as putting the seals in. So we'll go back to putting it together. Take our cap, slide it over. We'll take our lock ring, our snap ring, it goes on next. Then our gland, we'll get some grease, grease up that U-cup, and then slide it over. It's going to be a little tight. I got a 1 3/8 socket to fit the OD of this gland, and I'm going to use my hammer here to pump it on. That goes on. That new seal, this thing's pretty stiff, but it's on there. Okay, and then we'll put our piston on. Take some 121 thread locker, put a dab on there. Put our piston nut on. Okay, and then we tighten it. Take the rod out. Put the tube back in. Okay, we already cleaned this out. Get some grease. Put the grease on our piston seal. Put some grease on the tube there. And we put our rod back in. Hold the piston up there. I'll probably need my sledge to bump it in. But first, we're going to try it without it. I'll hold the pressure while pushing. Okay, that thing's tight, so we're going to have to hit it in. There we go. That took that gland in with it, so that's good. Then when you get our snap ring, our lock ring, we'll get it pushed in. Push it in, I got a punch here. That just locked in. Now this rod needs to come back out to pull the gland back out. So now we'll pull this rod out a little bit. There we go. That bottom out on that snap ring. Now I'll take our cap here. And since this was so tight, I'm going to use a little bit of anti-seize on there. Okay, I got some anti-seize on there. And it's a matter of taking our lock ring here and just tightening it up. Run it by hand. I'm going to take my big panel locks here or whatever and just tighten it. Okay, that's turning the tube now. So go ahead and take my punch and my hammer, and I'll tighten it down like this. So that's how you reseal a new Holland 783 skid steer loader lift cylinder. It was a bit of a pain, but I think we got her done. So if you like this sort of stuff, consider going down and clicking the subscribe, turn the bell on for notifications, and giving this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. So until next time, thanks for watching.